K1BOB N5B.
N5BE, good morning, Lee. Loud and clear. You must have been an S9. K1BOB, how you doing?
Yeah, good morning, Bob. You're 5'9" plus here in Arlington.
Great, sounds good. Did you get your amp out for repair? K1BOB, standing by for the Air Force Flyers Cadet Club match.
Good signal this morning, Bob. K1BOB, W5ABI.
All right, Joe, very good. You're 15 over. 15 over. Very good morning. It looks like the atmosphere is starting to straighten out. You sound good. You got the new mic on, I guess, don't you? The TR, what are they? I got to look at my TR40. Oh, no, 781. Oh, no, you got the 40. You got the better one, didn't you?
Yeah, I got the TR40. It seems to be doing okay.
Yeah, I'm going to run my 7610 tomorrow on the 781. In a couple of weeks, so I'll get on the air with that. Are you on the 70? What is it? The 7610?
Yeah, I'm on it now. I'm just getting to learn all the different features. There's a lot to learn on it. I do like the frequency storage, favorite frequencies. It's pretty easy to access with the turn of the knob, so I like that feature, over.
Oh yeah, it's all good. It's all good. A lot to remember though. Actually, it's kind of made it simpler in some ways. It does things different. What I do is I have it hooked up to a monitor here. I don't know, it's about a 32-inch or 4-inch monitor. And it comes up there on the screen nice and huge and high def. So that's something you can do too, is hook an external monitor to it.
Okay, yeah, I've got 3 monitors going now, so I can probably use one on that. I wasn't aware of it. I'll have to look it up in the table of contents to get that going, over.
Yeah, I think there's a normal output on the back. I don't remember. I'd have to look at it. But it makes a big difference. Now, you can't point and click or touch your monitor. It won't do anything. Like the Flex runs off the monitor and the computer. And the radio will just go straight to the monitor, and it'll sense it and bring it up on the screen on a nice big picture there. It's a lot easier to look at. But you can, of course, you can touch the screen on your 7610 and does all of that. K1BOB.
Thanks for the info, Bob. W5ABI, standing by for next.
We don't want to interfere with you, but we are holding your frequency for our net, which is every day, top of the hour. This is W5PIX. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. W5PIX, mobile clear. W2WLD, WA6LJS.
WA6LJS, W3WLD. Good morning, John.
Yeah, good morning, Bill. Well, you're a good 5'9", so the band is in good shape today, over.
Yeah, you're about 5'8", W3WLD.
Roger, roger. WA6LJS, standing by for the Flyers net, top of the hour. K1BOB. Who was calling me? Was that, come again, please? Okay, I thought that was you, Tom. I recognized the voice. Took me a minute. Very good. You're coming in good. I've probably about a 6, maybe better here. That's pretty good. KA4YEL, K1BOB. Okay, Tom, always glad you're out there, and thanks. K1BOB, we're going to start the Air Force Flyers Club Net in a mere 9 minutes. 9 minutes to the Air Force Flyers Club Net, K1BOB. Morning, Jack, K1BOB, about a SA, good signal here. Okay, stay away from that tractor for a day or so. K1BOB, John Jacoby, short time for Jack.
QSL, we got you, Jack. Cam 4CAXWA 6LJS.
The Air Force Flyers Club Net will begin in 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. K1BOB.
K1BOB, W4PUO.
W4PUO, I couldn't hear you too well earlier, but I hear you great now. Good morning, Lee.
Yeah, good morning. I think there's some QRM nearby. W4PUO here, and Bob, please put me down for a short time.
Okay, I'll request WA6LJS. Put you down as a short time. He's probably teeing up his board right now. You got it, Lee. Yeah, it's a little long-distance DX here like there was the other day. K1BOB.
Yeah, thank you, Bob, and a good signal here.
K6 Papa X-Ray. Steve, I've got you good. You going to hang around with us today? Okay, the old Charlie Alpha antenna, compromised antenna. Very good. Gets you pretty good here, Steve. About a S, close to an S6. So that's good enough for government work. K1BOB, glad you're there. Good morning. This is Kilo 1, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo. I'll be your net controller this morning for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. My name is Bob, and I'm located 30 miles north of Boise, Idaho in the West Central Mountains. Flyers Club meets on this frequency 7 days a week, every day of the year as best possible. Let's see, we start at 1500 Zulu this time of year. We consist of military aviation members, both active and retired from all the service's air branches. We also very much like to welcome visitors to the net, and you don't necessarily need to be involved with military or aviation to check in. We get a lot of enthusiasts that have done other things. So with that, please visit our website at www.airforces, plural, flyers, plural, club, one word, .org. That's Air Forces, Flyers, Club.org. I also invite you to go to NetLogger, where you'll see our lineup for Air Force Flyers Club if you're familiar with NetLogger. Or, even better yet, you can go to YouTube and put in the YouTube search K4YDB. That's Mr. Charles out there in Georgia, and he runs that and initiated it for us, and it has NetLogger on there already. It has his Flex radio that you can listen to the net on, and it has more. It'll have the question of the day. I see it's up there, and he puts pictures on it and that sort of thing. It's very interesting. So you get an awful lot of information off that site, or you can go to an SDR site somewhere. I might recommend Ogden, SDR2, or go to the one in Lumpkin, Georgia. So that seems to work too. We donate to the Utah system a lot of money. So with that, let's see. Net format is go once down the initial check-in list. We'll make a second call out for check-ins and go to the 73 round to complete the net. Where you're at on the list on NetLogger is how I'm going to get to you. I'm going to run straight down that list, and I'm going to ask for any early outs here in a minute after we get a few other stations, and we'll adjust you on the list as necessary. This morning, WA6LJS John is kind enough to run NetLogger for us. This is a directed net. To contact net control, please use the words contact, relay, info, or check-in as you deem appropriate. We are a national net and scope, but we have relay stations across the country. We're bound to get you one way or another. When you check in, please give your call sign slowly and phonetically, followed by your name, location, and if you need to be an early out or not, and we'll gravitate towards the top of the list. Okay, and for John's information, I do not see K0ZNC this morning yet, John. So we'll stand by on him. With that, I'm going to ask John on the West Coast, WA6LJS. Would you kindly give a call out, John?
Wilco, this is WA6LJS relaying for net control for the Monday morning Air Force Fires Net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now. Nothing out here, Bob. Back to net.
Dittos on that. K1BOB out to W2 WLD. Captain Bill, would you please give a call?
Wilco, this is W2 WLD Upstate New York, relaying for net control for the Air Force's Flyers Club. We're taking check-ins. Members or guests, please call now. I hear nothing, Bob.
Nothing new here. Thank you, Bill. And I'll ask, are there anyone needing early checkout? Are there any folks in the list we have this morning that need early checkout? And I'm going to say that list in a minute, and I'll ask for checkouts again. Any early checkouts? Okay, with that, nothing here. I'll run down the list as I have it this morning. At the top, we have our mobile K5 PIX. Good morning, Clifford. After that, we have KM4 CAX. That's Jack. Good morning again, Jack. After that, we have in Texas, W4PUO, Lee, followed by John, WA6LJS, one of our officers and net controller. And he's running our list today. After that, we have in Arlington, that would be Leon, N5, Bravo Echo. Good morning to Lee. And then we have from Sparks, that's KF7 DJO, that's Sparky. Then we have from Pleasanton, California, NX6 RG, affectionately known as the professor, and dog's name is Poindexter. After that, we have a Mineola, W5 OG. Good morning, Dale. He's our vice commander and net controller and does it all. And if we need our phone patch this morning, he'll do it. Let's see. After that, we have K2SJP at Bob in Lutz, Florida. Good morning to Bob. And following is Tom, KA4YES in Alabama. Good morning again, Tom. Next, we have W2 WLG, our Captain Bill, up in Upper State New York. Thanks for the call out there, Bill. And after that, we have W5 ABI, Joe from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Good morning again, Joe. And after that, we have K4YDB, who's got his YouTube streaming here. Take a look at it. Hey, there's no advertisement. Let's see. After that, we have KS5KY, and he's received only from work there in Bowling Green. Good morning to Chris. That's followed by Brandon in Wiley, Texas. KI5SXE. Good morning, Brandon. And in San Diego, we have K6TX, an unauthorized antenna. Hi. Good morning to Steve. Then we have Kevin, show from Peru, Illinois, or Peru. I'm not sure. He'll tell me. And that is K Delta Niner Zulu W Romeo, KD9 ZWR. Good morning, Kevin. And after that, from Edgewater, Florida, we've got Steve. Good morning to Steve. KQ4HJN. And following Steve is Mike in Clarkston, Nebraska. Good morning, Mike. KF0OPE. He provides us a lot of good questions with his broad knowledge of aviation. And then after that, we have James down in Belton, Texas. KG5PTE. With that, are there any other check-ins? Nothing heard. We're about to start the net. My last question is, does anybody need an early out? One last time. Anybody need an early out?
KB7LAK is in there, Bob, W5OG relay. We got you, Justin.
Okay, we'll probably put Justin John, if you would, at the top of the list there. I cannot hear him here. I'm way too close. So good morning to Justin. Okay, I do have a question for the day. I'll try to make it interesting and short as I can. And it is currently being shown on Charlie's YouTube. You can read it till the end of the net here on YouTube. And it's accompanied by some pictures of different stunts. With that, I have just 3 questions, and you just have to tell me what aircraft did these stunt seats, you might call them, and then there's one tragedy. I just need to know what aircraft they were. Now, we've talked about some of these aircraft. I know someone's familiar with a couple of these aircraft. And so here goes. Let's give this a try. The question, number 1. I just need you to tell me the aircraft, and I'm going to give you those aircraft. I'll give you twice as many as there are answers, so stand by for the aircraft. I'll give you some big clues here. So the question number 1. Which aircraft flew under the Mackinac Bridge in Michigan? Number 1. Which aircraft flew under the Mackinac Bridge in Michigan? So this is a kind of a famous bridge, 5 miles long. Okay, statement or question number 2. Which aircraft recently crashed, like last week, delivering fuel oil to a remote Alaskan Inuit village? Number 2. Which aircraft recently crashed, delivering fuel oil to a remote Alaskan Inuit village? And question 3. Which aircraft flew through the London Bridge? Number 3. Which aircraft flew through the London Bridge? And there's pictures of the London Bridge up there. I didn't fly under it, didn't fly over it. It flew through it. And if you're familiar with the London Bridge, which you'll see pictures of, that is a pretty amazing thing to do. Okay, I'll give you some answers. And 3 of these are the answers. So, answer A is the P-51 Mustang. And answer is the P-51 Mustang. Answer Bravo is the Hawker Hunter. The Hawker Hunter. Answer Charlie is the C-7 Caribou. Answer Delta is the B-47. The B-47. Answer echo is the C-54. The C-54, which we talked about the other day. It was involved in the Berlin airlift. Very old aircraft. And answer F is the British Jaguar. The British Jaguar, as they say. Answer F is the British Jaguar fighter. Okay. Are there any questions on the question this morning? Okay, once again, this is currently streaming on Charlie's Airport Flyers Club Net YouTube stream. New commercial. All right, with that, let's see. I'm going to go to the top of the list here. And quick look for K0Z and C. Don't see him. Let's bring in our trucker, W5TIX. Where are you? Are you home, Clifford, or are you out there on the road as usual?
Very good. Well, I'm on the road, but I'm not moving. I am stationary at the moment. And unloading here at one of the big shopping malls here in San Antonio. Boy, good question. I got 3 aircraft I've picked, but the C-54 Echo, I think that's the one that crashed up there in Alaska. The Mackinac Bridge, I've been over that bridge a couple of times. And there's people scared to cross that bridge up there in Michigan, go from the lower side up to the UP. And I'd say C-51 probably flew under it. And bridge, my goodness, there's probably been several aircraft there that's probably done it. Well, I don't know what a B-7 Caribou looks like, but it might be it, or a B-47. I know a biplane has done it. I just don't know what they called it. I'd say Bravo. So there you go. Back to you. Don't want to hold it too long there. W5TIX. Thanks to Net Control K1BOB.
Okay, so for iteration for John, who's going to put this in the remarks, I hope. Answer 1 was Alpha. Answer 2 was Charlie. And answer 3 was Bravo. All right, Clifford, thank you very much. The signal's holding up as usual. And thanks for joining us this morning. We will get back to you. And next on the list from Silverton. No, I guess you escaped most of the carnage of those tornadoes, Jack. But let's bring in KM4CAX. Good morning, Jack. Okay, very good, Jack. Copy, you didn't hear the question, no problem. If you want to, you can go over to Charlie's YouTube and watch it at your leisure. Let's see. Next we have KB7LAK. He's probably hearing me. I'll need a relay on what he says, so I'll try to bring him up at an SDR. So Let's see, John, I think you brought him in. WA6LJS, would you please bring in Justin?
Yeah, Wilco, KB7LAK, Justin, you're up. WA6LJS relay.
Okay, I'm not picking up John, I'm just listening on the FDS. Can someone relay my answers? I'll be Delta, Charlie, and Foxtrot there. T-47 went into the bridge, the T-7 crossed recently, and the Jaguar flew through the London Bridge. I'll just go with those answers. 37 LAK, noise conditions are sure terrible. Back to net.
Okay, back to, we got Delta, Charlie, and Foxtrot
I didn't get
for
the
him,
last
Bob.
answer,
Back
John.
to
I'm
net.
sure you did. You probably hear him better. I got him through an SDR somewhere. I copied answer 1 was Delta, followed by Charlie for 2. I did not get 3, John. I hope you did. Yeah, I see you did. His last one was Foxtrot. Very good, John. Thank you, Justin. You know, you probably got to get back to work there. So thank you for joining us and going out of your way to do that from work. Okay, let's see. Next on the list, I have W4PUO, Lee, Delville, Texas. Good morning, sir. You're up for the net, Lee.
K1BOB, W4PUO. Thank you, Bob. And good signal here. There is some noise on my radio again. Had some a couple of months ago. It comes intermittent, but I'm able to copy through it mostly. We have a little bit of a comfortable day here. The sun is starting to come out a little bit. Had a lot of severe weather down in this part of the world, but fortunately it's been just north of us, north and east of us, so haven't had any serious problems. But feel bad for the folks that do up toward Mike's way there, WW5ENZ and on up. Let's see. Well, I guess I'm going to guess at the question. I'm going to answer Alpha for the first one, Charlie for the second, and I think Foxtrot's a good answer for the third one, although I'm not sure where the London Bridge is now. I thought it was out in the desert somewhere. Thanks, Bob. K1BOB, W4PUO. I've got things to do today, so one and done. 73's to all.
Okay, Lee, very good. John's got your answers recorded, and yeah, the London Bridge is in London. It's not the original by any means. It was first a Roman bridge, believe it or not too far up into the Thames, as they call it. And it has a lot of history, vibrant history. You got the towers there, the Twin Towers. That aircraft went between the Twin Towers and below the walkways above and above the road base. I don't think it's used as a road anymore, but more a walking kind of thing. At one time, there were many like 3- and 4-story homes. As many as, I think I saw close to 150 homes were actually on the bridge back in ancient times. Thank you, Lee. Got your answers recorded there. If you didn't hear Lee, it says ACNF for the answer for 1, 2, 3. And with that, let's move to John. Thanks again for doing the logger there, John. You're up, sir.
Okay, real good, Bob. K1BOB in the net, WA6LJS. Good morning, everybody. Well, conditions are changing. You were 20 over for most of the first part of the net, Bob, and now you're down to about an S8 or 9. So it's changing a lot. Anyway, let's see. It's about 50 degrees here and clear blue sky, plenty of sun. We're going to go up into the 70s today with no problem. Answer the question. I think for number 1, I'm going to say Delta. I think I remember something about that. So put me on 1, Delta. Number 2, put down Echo. And number 3, Charlie. So put me down for deck, DEC. And I'll be here to the bottom. K1BOB, WA6LJS.
Okay, John. Yeah, your signal went down a little as well, about the same as mine. And got your answers recorded there. You will have your answers recorded shortly. You know what they are. Let's see. Thanks, John. Let's go out to Arlington. That's Leon. N5BE. Good morning, Lee. You're up, sir.
Yeah, K1BOB, N5BE. Good morning, Bob, and good morning to everyone on the net. Well, bridges. I've been able to photograph numerous times the flying over the Golden Gate Bridge in a UH-1H. and also the London Bridge out of Lake Havasu City. So I got that going for me. Oh man. Question one. I'm going with Delta. Probably one of the most beautiful airplanes ever made. Certainly right up there in the top 10. But a very dangerous airplane to fly. It was very underpowered, and for its weight. And back in the day, that's all they had for those J-47s. Used to love watching that airplane come into Pease Air Force Base from the beach in New Hampshire. So, they'd have that approach chute deployed, and they have the power up just in case they had to go around. This thing had a tendency to stall spin at low speeds, and it was a dangerous airplane for, today that thing would not pass muster, but it was sure beautiful. So I'm going to go with Delta, number one. Number two, I'm going with Charlie, the C-54. Wow, I saw that video, Bob, from Blanco Lirio. That is sobering. Flew in and out of there numerous times out of Fairbanks and was delivering helicopters in Alaska. And the interesting thing about airfields is down at the departure end, one departure end of the runway, there was a ramp there marked out, and every time I was there were 4 RC-135s sitting there. They were not in Elmendorf. They were up at Fairbanks deployed. That was interesting. And then number 3, I'm going to go with the Hunter. I think when this happened, the Jaguar was not in full rate serial production, so I don't think it had been brought online yet in the squadron. So I'm going to go with Delta, the Hunter. So 1 Delta, 1 Delta, 2 Charlie, 3 Bravo. November 5, Bravo, Echo.
Okay, very good. I didn't give any times on when that went through the London Bridge, but get your answers there. Delta, Charlie, Bravo. All right, thank you, Lee. Thanks for the insight on those things. Let's go to Sparks, Nevada, KF7, GJO. Carl, good morning. You're up. Okay, Carl, copied you very well on Lumpkin, actually. That was the best one this morning. And got your answers as one is Alpha, and you knew two, so you're kind enough not to give it away. And answer three, you had Foxtrot, the British Jaguar. All right, thank you, Carl. And let's see, let's go to Pleasanton, and that would be Bob. X6RG. Good morning, Bob. You're up, sir.
Okay, K1BOB. This is NX6RG. Good morning, Bob. I'm hearing myself on the Georgia SDR, so hopefully you're copying. Conditions are out here, at least receive-wise, are much better than they've been for several days. Yesterday, in fact, all weekend, I just was getting a high noise level, but I did swing down to 10 meters yesterday and heard 3 Golf 0 Yankee Alpha. So I couldn't resist that, so I retuned everything and put the linear on 10 meters and switched antennas and got everything all set up. Anyway, I got him on the second call, so that was nice to put Easter Island in the logbook. So, and especially with a 5.9 report, and he was booming in here. So I don't know, it's one of those skip conditions. It's almost trans-equatorial from here. So. Anyway, that was a nice one to put in the logbook. With regard to the question, I'm just thinking of the stock bases that were in Michigan, and without this necessarily being a stunt, but actually demonstrating low-level flying to get under radar. I'm going to go with Delta, the B-47, for flying under the Mackinac Bridge. Anyway, I'm just going to go with that. That's my guess. I think that could be. And as far as the second question, I think that's Echo, the C-54. And for the third question on the London Bridge, I'm thinking back to World War II, and I think the Hawker Hunter would have done that. So put me down for Bravo for number 3. So Delta, Echo, and Bravo. Back to you, K1BOB and X6RG.
And X6RG, K1BOB, very good, Bob. Appreciate your analysis. We'll get you down for Delta, Echo, Bravo. And yeah, you're coming in good into Lumpkin. Starting to lose you on the short skip on my radio. But thank you, sir. Well, let's go to Dale, our Vice Commander, W5OG. I think he's got something to say. Dale, you're up. Good morning.
Okay, Bob. Well, good morning to you. Let's see what. I hope I can say it. So that's the problem anymore. I may have a whole lot to say, but remembering what it was I wanted to say is the problem. Oh, good question. We had first the weather, I guess, and just a quick summary. We had a lot of storms, of course, over the weekend, like many of us did here in Texas. And no major damage, fortunately. And we did have a tornado here not too far away from here at home. At least it was reported. I had not heard of any significant damage from that. But the conditions were right for tornadoes, that's for sure, and lots of lightning. In fact, I have 2 security lights here, and one of those went out, and it happens to be 2 of those that are provided by the Wood County Electric people, my electric company. So I've called that in, and they're coming out to, I suspect it might have been lightning, because I was in the garage here on Saturday, and goodness, a thunderclap occurred and the flash right there on it. So it was close by, but I looked around, and maybe some limbs were on the ground, but that's not unusual after the storm. So I don't think there was any significant damage from the lightning, fortunately. Let's see, as far as the question, interesting question, the Mackinac Bridge, I've been over that with the motorhome in 2010. It was a very interesting trip up to into Canada, actually. We went all the way to the Maritimes and enjoyed that trip immensely. in the RV and one of the highlights of our RVing career. But Mackinac Bridge is quite a nice site, and it's very interesting. That whole area is very nice, by the way. Mackinac Island, Mackinac City, and all the little towns along the Michigan, Lake Michigan coast there, of Michigan. Anyway, very nice area to go in the summertime. But which aircraft flew under it? I think I agree with the professor. I believe that was the B-47. Seemed to me like I recall something about that. That must have been a career-altering event. I'll just leave it at that. Answer 2 would be I think it's the C-54, as Bob mentioned. So that would be Echo, I think, yeah. And answer number 3, the London Bridge, had to be the Hawker Hunter or the British Jaguar, and I'm going with the Hawker Hunter, the B. So my answers would be Delta, Echo, Bravo, Bob, and back to net. Got a long list this morning. K1BOB, W5OG.
W5OG, K1BOB. Very good, Dale. Well, I'm glad to hear a couple people have been over that bridge so far. I have not. I never thought about it, but it's a long bridge, I know. It's a famous bridge, been up a long time. And I believe it's 5 miles long. And yeah, it's about 100 to 150 feet above the water level there, as Carl said, I think. I went across the Columbia River on a windy day with a large Lance camper on my Dodge pickup truck. And it's so narrow, it's so scary. I swore I'd never do it again. But a couple of years later, I came down from north to south this time on a calm day, and it was a piece of cake. Anyway, well, that's my only bridge experience. Now, I got another one, but I'll save that. Thank you, Dale. Appreciate that. That's down for Delta Echo Bravo. All right, getting a little low. We got could be 11 line there on those answers, or those combination of answers. Let's go out to Tom. He's taking it all in. He's got an opinion. KA4YES. KA4YES. Good morning, Tom. You're up for the Flyers, sir. Yeah, Tom, K1BOB, very good. I did hear you okay. I'm listening to you directly. You're not coming in on the Lumpkin. I thought you would, but well, I got you just fine. And Tom, I've got your answers after considerable analysis as Alpha, T51 under the Mackinac Bridge. That's not the only answer. I see what you did down. And then Charlie, the Caribou in Alaska, that's certainly doable. And they still fly a lot of those. And the last one you had Foxtrot, British Jaguar. Very good. That's certainly a British fighter. Could fly through that bridge anytime it wanted to. It's not over, it's not under, it's through. You'll know what I mean when you the pictures on Charlie's web there. You can look it up. And yeah, the original. They say it was the original. It's controversial. Tom, I think I've been to Lake Havasu a number of times in our boat for pleasure stuff, and been under that bridge a number of times. It's where it's right in a little downtown area on the water, where there's a little inlet that crosses to the other side. So it's a lot of fun. A lot of stuff goes on there, Lake Havasu. Okay, Tom, well, thank you for that. We copied all of that very well here today, and your microphone sounds just fine. All right, we'll leave Tom for now, and let's go out to lunch at Florida, West Coast. Bob, K2SJP. Good morning, Bob. This is K2SJP. Good morning, Bob. And good morning to all the flyers today. Nice Monday morning. And the noise level is tremendous. Very hard to copy it all. It's not that you're weak, but the noise level is just tremendous. And I don't know if anybody else is experiencing the same thing. I'm on the flag, and I'm trying to keep it as low as possible with this rig, but it is today. Let's see, we have 77 degrees right now. Nice and sunny. We did have a lot of overcast over the weekend. I know you guys up in Texas had a lot of rain. We never did get the rain. It's very overcast, very dark with the rain. That's been. Today we have our medical for our renewal of our pilot license, and that will be something new because they have a new license now, and that's what I'm going for, and that will keep me going in the future without having to bother with any medical. Great deal. I'm going to be doing that at 1 o'clock, so I'll jump on Echo Ranger to go around. Keep going. On the question of the day, that went under the Mackinac Bridge. We'll go with Z47 Delta. And that's one area that's quite hard to understand. It's quite beautiful. That area, Mackinac Bridge. Navigation in that area. Let's take question 2. The one that crashed last week in Alaska, well, that one I knew. That's an Armageddon refueling bulletin. And that would be the C-54. And the last question, 3, which aircraft flew through the Wentworth Bridge? And let's see, it would be the Wentworth. So I am going along with Dale and Bob. DEV. DEV is my answer. Back to you, Bob. Thank you for running the map a little bit right today. but we'll hang in here till the end. K1BOB. Okay, Bob, K1BOB. Well, you're coming in very, very clear with a 5 to a 7, 8 up and down. And I'm very quiet here today. Usually I can get up to a 4, just about 5 noise level DR, and it's just 3 today. That's kind of very uncommon here. Usually at least a 4 noise level. Okay, Bob, got all that, and you're going with Delta Charlie Bravo. Okay, well, there's definitely a lemming line of foot. Let's see what Bill's analysis is. W2WLD. You're probably the closest one to Michigan there today. Bill, go ahead. Good morning, sir.
Frequencies in use. K1BOB, W2WLD. Good morning, everybody. Propagation is pretty good. I concur with Bob. It is a little noisy, but Bob, have been going up and down, but the last transmission you were over S9, so all good. And Tom, whatever you did, it's the best I've copied your signal in probably 3 weeks, so maybe that was part of it, or maybe it's just propagation. Cloudy today, it should hit 62. We'll see if that happens. As far as my analysis, I analyze those that come before me, and those that seem to know what the appropriate answers are. So, for question 1, the Mackinac Bridge, I will go as others have with Delta. And on number 2, I heard a couple guys indicate that they knew pretty well what it was, so I'll go with Echo, the C-54. And on number 3, I would analyze that it had to be probably a British aircraft. So that narrows it down to the Hawker or the Jaguar. And the Jaguar was also flown by the French. And I don't think, assuming this pilot had clearance, I don't think the British would give clearance to an aircraft that could also be flown by the French to go through the bridge. So that leaves me with the Hawker. So I'm another Delta Echo Bravo. Thanks, Bob. K1BOB, W2WLD.
Okay, Bill, very good. Bill's psychological analysis of the question today is Delta Echo Bravo. And we used to have exchange guys with us. Some flew the Tornado, and there was always a pilot and a Wizzo navigator from different aircraft, and they were quite interesting. They're very aware of rank. You know, if they were a major, you were a captain. Sir. And it led to some interesting discussions and stuff. But one of them was the British Jaguar pilot. And I don't know if he had some loyalty. He wasn't a prince or anything, but he was something, a duke. I don't know. But it was funny guys, and they're fun to talk to. And they're good flyers too. Those guys were hand selected, but not all of them. They like to drink just like a lot of other like Americans can. Okay, thanks, Bill. D-E-N-D. And thank you, Bill. Let's go to Cartersville. And Charlie's keeping up with the machinery there in the YouTube. I gave him a late change. Thank you for changing that, Charlie. It made a big difference on the question you have posted, so it's 100% good. K4YDB. Good morning, Charlie.
K1BOB, K4YDB. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Right now, it is currently 75 degrees here. Supposed to get up to about 80 today. We do have all that rain moving in here this evening. Of course, they don't have any bad weather forecasted, but it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. Like 90% chance of rain tomorrow, which we could use some because I put some fertilizer out last week and we haven't had a drop of rain since I put it out. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing okay. As far as the question goes, Let me think. I'm listening to all the answers here and see what everybody that I can hear. But I'm gonna stick with the Delta Echo Bravo over here. I guess I'll have to mow grass this afternoon because the rains are coming in. So that's all that's going on over here. I'll turn it back to you, Bob. K1BOB, K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Okay, very good, Charlie. We have you recorded as Deb, D-E-B. Thanks, Charlie. Again, thank you for running YouTube. I love it. Okay, let's go out to the city of Crossing, New Mexico for Joe. W5ABI with the fine audio. Good morning, Joe. You're up.
Yeah, K1DOG in the flying W5EBI. Yeah, good signal this morning, Bob. You're pushing 20 over here in Las Cruces. Boy, conditions are good. I'm copying everybody on the radio this morning. I haven't had to use the FDR. Anyhow, a sunny, beautiful morning, cloudless morning here in Las Cruces. About 74, close to up to 83. No rain. They did not mentioning wind, but the Hex team here has survived 60-mile-an-hour wind, so I'm not going to worry about it. Anyhow, wow. For mine, I'm going to go with Delta, Charlie, and Bravo. Delta, Charlie, and Bravo. And you'll be here to the bottom. Thanks for running the net. K1DOB, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe, very good. I'll get you down for Delta, Charlie, and Bravo. It's good to have original thinkers in there. And thanks for that. Great signal again. Okay, let's say hi on a wing rock to KS5KY, working in Bowling Green, and that's Chris. Good morning, Chris. Thanks for listening. And we're going to go out to Brandon, Wiley, Texas. KI5, SXE. Good morning, Brandon. You're up for the next service.
Good morning. Thank you for handling the net, and hopefully you can hear me, and I'm not all garbled. I don't know. I threw on the amps for a little extra oomph. Anyway, it's in the 60s now, and supposed to be in the high 70s later with some clouds and sun this afternoon. All is well in this end. I'm going to go with Delta Echo Foxtrot. That's Delta Echo Foxtrot. Just to be a little bit off that lemming line, and we'll see if the French were allowed to go through there. Anyway, thanks for running the net today, and hope this finds all the flyers doing well. KI5, SXE, back to net control.
Okay, Brandon, I got you very light today for some reason. Very light. I think I copied Delta Echo Foxtrot. Delta Echo Foxtrot. Yeah. Is that correct? Give me a Roger.
Roger.
Okay, Roger. Thank you, Brandon. This is K1BOB. And next, let's go out to San Diego. That would be Steve, K6PX. Member of the Tail Oak Navy. Good morning, Steve. You're up. K6PX. Steve, you're up. Is he talking?
He's talking, I think, Bob. I think I heard Delta Echo Foxtrot. K6 Papa X-ray, are you hearing me? This morning, Steve, W5OG relay.
Yeah, DEF is his answer.
Okay, thanks, John. Thanks, Dale. Got that DEF. And yeah, I copied him pretty darn well earlier. He just, I could tell he was way down there, but I wasn't sure who it was. So thank you, and Steve, sorry, I just didn't pick you up. I couldn't pick you up on one of the SDRs. Propagation is what she is. Okay, we'll leave Steve for now. And let's try Kevin in Illinois. KD9 Zulu Whiskey Romeo. KD9 Zulu Whiskey Romeo. Kevin, are you there? You're up for the Flyers, sir. Okay, maybe a long shot there, but he's showing. I'll try one more time. KD9, ZWR, you're up. Okay, we're going to move to Steve in Edgewater, Florida. He's usually there. KQ4, HJN. Good morning, Steve. KQ4, Hotel Juliet, November, Steve, you're. Yeah, nothing heard. I'll go up to a good bet here. Mike in Nebraska. KF0, OPE. Good morning, Mike. You're up, sir, for the net.
Well, good morning to Bob and all the flyers on the net. It's a beautiful day here in Nebraska. Conditions seem to be improving. At first, I couldn't hear you at all, Bob, and now you're 20 over. Just blasting in here like you usually do. And I'm getting everybody else, and I can't hear locally, the ones in the are working really well. Let's see. In other news, we welcomed a new 9-pound, 2-ounce granddaughter yesterday. She's adorable, and everyone's happy and healthy, so we're excited about that. Dale, I'll be close by you tomorrow for a couple days. I'm bringing an airplane to McKinney for a couple days. As to the questions, I'm going to, and I don't want to be put in the lemming category, but I'm going to go with Delta Echo Bravo, and I came about those answers. So, hi. Anyway, I will be around for the 17th. So back to K1BOB in the net, KF0, OPE.
Okay, Mike, very good signal here, just about minutes 9, nice and clear. And we get you down for not wanting to be a lemming, Delta Echo Bravo. Okay, very good, and congratulations, Grandpa. Very good. Yeah, it's pretty fulfilling having grandkids. And welcome. Yeah, I don't know if it's the first time or what, but that's great. A granddaughter. 9.2, yeah. She's going to be a healthy one. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Mike, and let's go to James in Belton, Texas. KG5 PTE. You're up, James.
All right, Bob, K1BOB, KG5 PTE. You're about an S4 on me here, Bob. Everybody else is S5 and higher. You're the, I hate to say it, but you're the only one I'm having a hard time copying. Bob Sherman, K2SJP, was a solid S10 in here, and Charlie, K4YDB, was at least an S9, and John was about an S7, S8. But I don't know what it is about the conditions to Idaho, but we will try to get it out there. Delta Echo Bravo, I'm going to follow the lemmings. That'll be my answer for the day. And just got bad news that a good friend of ours just passed away, so I got to send out some texts. So back to net control, KG5PT.
Okay, James, got all that. Got your answer, DED, and very good. Yeah, you're a 3. SSL was a 4. Not sure why. You're usually better than that. Something about Texas. Maybe it was all the weather that went through. Who knows? But very good. Thanks for joining us, James. And we'll get your answer duly reported as dead. Okay, let's try Dave in Western Montana. KE0 UXE. Dave, are you there? Good morning, sir. KE0 UXE. Dave, are you there? You're up for the flyers. Okay, nothing heard. Well, here's one I know it's going to be here. That's Chief Mike in Choctaw, Oklahoma. WW5ENZ. Good morning, Mike. You're up, sir.
Yeah, good morning, K1BOB and Annette, WW5ENZ here. Yeah, I just got back from the package store. I had to make a run this morning. But, yeah, so I'm a little late. But, yeah, I'll just be one and done, so we'll just go from here. I did. It was nice to have the streaming, and I could see the question there, even because I missed the original, delivery of the question, and so I wasn't able to kind of, sense, when Bob was reading those things, which one might be true and which one wouldn't be true. But anyway, so but just looking at them and going through the list, I think I'll go with Deb also, DEB. And I don't know if that's going to be even close, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, have a nice day here in Oklahoma. Calm day. Temperature is pretty decent. We're looking like right about 80-ish right now, 80-ish here in southern southeastern Oklahoma City, which is close to Choctaw. Anyway, so it's going to be a pretty nice day. Got to get out there and do a lot of stuff when it dries a little bit, though, hopefully this afternoon, because right now we've got water all over the place, as you might guess, with all these storms that have been passing through. And that's about it for me. I see it was what I expected. Sulphur took a real bad hit the other day with that tornado, and so they're going to be a long time recovering. I think it hit most of the town down there, so it's kind of rough. But anyway, that's the way it goes here. You know, some days some seasons is good, some seasons is not. So I think that's my 2 minutes. So I'm gonna jump out of here and turn it back to Net, K1BOB, and the rest of the net. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you my 73s, everybody, and have a great day. And we'll catch you later. WW5ENZ 73.
Okay, Mike, very good. Just you're reporting Deb to your answer also, and 73 to you, Chief. Okay, that's the end of the list. Did I miss anybody on today's list? Nothing heard. I'm going to give the answer to the question today. Then I'll ask for any other check-ins, probably after we go through a 73 round or between. It looks like we'll have time to do that. So, okay, here is the answer. Answer for number one, which aircraft flew under the Mackinac Bridge in Michigan? And, well, here's the story behind that. It did happen. On April 24th, that would have been last week, in 1959, Captain Lapo, 39 years old at the time, a 12-year Air Force veteran, not a fast burner, I guess. He's probably coming up on major Navy. He was in the Guard, though, I think. He was up early to take part in a nighttime simulated bombing run. As the crew flew near the Straits of Mackinac, heading back towards Lockbourne Air Force Base, Ohio, in a C-47, Lapo decided to fulfill one of his pilot fantasies. Lapo confessed that he always wanted to fly under a bridge. He decided to indulge himself. He told his two crew members, "I'm taking her down." Lapo said everyone was excited about the idea. I guess that meant him and one other guy, except his navigator was not. The navigator warned against it. That's rightly he should have. To be fair, the navigator had a good point. There were plenty of reasons not to do it, he said. And the bottom line was, well, it's a lot of risk, and the bottom line is it's illegal. It's illegal. The Mackinac Bridge hangs approximately 150 feet above the water. A B-47 is nearly 28 feet tall with a wingspan of 116 feet, and he would be coming in at what they termed as a screeching speed. I don't know, 400 knots maybe. He was flying in a stiff breeze that whipped up Whitecap. Lapo took his dive, leveled off at approximately 75 feet, and made his legendary pass under the mighty Mac. There were no cameras at the time. Yep, no cell phones then. And it didn't even make the local papers. There was only two people on the bridge in cars. Still word of mouth spread out through the ranks. Eventually, Top Brass caught wind of it. Remember the navigator? Lapo believes he was the one who turned him in. He didn't know at the time that the navigator's father was a general officer. Lapo was grounded in more ways than one. He faced a court-martial hearing, which he admitted to his antics. He never flew again, but actually retired later in a non-rated position as a lieutenant colonel. Okay, that's the story there. The only other one I've seen under the Mackinac is a Cessna 172. Went under, did a U-turn, and came back under it again. Okay, question 2. Which aircraft recently crashed delivering fuel oil to remote Alaskan Inuit villages? Well, that's now down to 2 answers there, and some people, you answered both of them overall. It was a C-54D, a military version of the World War II era Douglas DC-4 aircraft, which we've talked about in the past. It crashed about 7 miles outside of Fairbanks, and that was just a few days ago. It hit a steep hill, slid down an embankment to the bank of a river, and burst into flames. The only two in the aircraft were the pilot and co-pilot. No survivors were found, they said. It was an 80-year-old airplane, departed Fairbanks, loaded with 3,200 gallons of heating oil, and that stuff's expensive up there, $15.45 a gallon for oil. In addition to the heating oil, it was fully loaded with 1,200 gallons of aviation fuel on board, so it started a rather big fire. They were concerned about forest fire. There's a picture of that on Charlie's site. The C-54D was a military version, as I mentioned. It flew in the Berlin airlift, among other things, in 1948 to replenish the city when the Soviets did the blockade. And it just crashed this Tuesday. The aircraft had been built in Chicago in 1942. Air Force, use for the U.S. Army Air Force, the U.S. Navy, and the Royal Air Force actually flew them. Great. Okay, last interesting answer. This is K1BOB for the Air Force Flyers. Question number 3, the answer was the Hawker Hunter. Most all of you got that. That was answer Bravo. And an interesting incident occurred on 5 April this month in 1968. The Hawker Hunter pilot, Alan Pollock, performed unauthorized low-level flying over several London landmarks and flew through the span of the Tower Bridge on the River Thames. His actions were to mark the 50th anniversary of the founding of the RAF and as a demonstration against the Ministry of Defense for not recognizing that RAF 50th anniversary for some reason. So he thought he'd protest, and that's how he did it. It was all illegal flying, what he did over London and through the bridge. Upon landing, Pollock was arrested and later discharged out of the RAF, but they made it on medical grounds to kind of cover it up, and that way he avoided a court-martial. Okay, with that, I'm going to go to the top of the list. We'll try to get a 73 round in. We should be able to. This is K1BOB for the Air Force Flyers. And let me go to the top of the list. We'll try Cliff again. W5PIX. W5PIX. Clifford, you're up for the 73 round.
Hey, Roger, sir. I appreciate it there, Bob. K1BOB. Well, I had it halfway right. I don't know why I didn't say it, but I had it wrote down. Of course, I was thinking of B-51, but I'd seen that picture of that little hopper going through there. Anyways, everybody have a good day. 7-3 for now. Catch you over on Echolink. W5PIX Mobile. Thanks for that.
Okay, thank you, Clifford. Good signal. See you on Echolink, sir. Let's see. Jack had to go. I'm not sure about Justin, so we'll give him a call. KB7 LAK, 73 round, Justin. I may need a relay.
Delta Charlie Foxtrot. I think Delta was correct. I think Charlie and Foxtrot were wrong for me. What were the correct answers now? 73, by the way.
Delta, Echo, and Bravo were correct here, Justin. W5OG relay.
Okay, copy that. 73. Everybody have a great day.
7-3. Back to net, W5OG.
Okay, thanks, Dale. Copying all that. 73, Justin. And let's go back out to, I think Lee's still left. W4, PUO. Lee, if you're there, you're up. I think he said he had to go, but John's still there. WA6LJS. Thank you for doing the logger, John. WA6LJS, John, 73 round.
Okay, thanks, Bob. K1BOB, WA6LJS. I was just talking to K6PX on the repeater. He signed out and said his 73s to everybody. So other than that, thanks for running things. Good question today. I got 2 of them, but missed the last one there. So back to you, Bob. K1BOB, WA6LJS.
Okay, John, very good. Yeah, you got the first two. Well done. And thank you for all the work there. I know it's a lot keeping up on that, especially with three answers. Thanks, John. Let's go out to Lee again. N5BE, and you got it entirely correct. So you knew the girl's name, Deb. Go ahead, Lee.
K1BOB, N5BE. I loved going to Fairbanks, being an airplane nerd. I liked walking around down at the end of the runway where they had a lot of derelict legacy aircraft, T-82s, KC-97s. I mean, it was a treasure trove of airplanes. I'm holding a couple of questions. If anyone needs a question, hit me up, send me an email. And one of them is on Gen 4 fighter air-to-air engagement, U.S. engagement. And the other one was, how can you tell a C-47 from a DC-3? So hit me up if you need a question. K1BOB, N5B, 73.
Okay, Lee, very good. Thank you for the comments, as always. Let's go out to Sparks again. Carl, KF7GJO. Carl, 73 rounds.
Roger that, Bob. A B-47 under any bid. Anyway, hey, everybody has a fantastic day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. If you do, let me know about it. I'll give you a private call.
Okay, Carl, very good. Got most of that in the SDR, and a 73 to you. And next, let's go see if NX6RG is there. He may have had to go. NX6RG, Bob, you're up.
Okay, Bob, K1BOB, NX6RG. We'll go jet this morning, and definitely better conditions than late last week, at least here. Anyway, good questions. I had a brain fart on that, and I got it right, but for the wrong reason on the last one. So anyway, got them right for the wrong reason. I guess I'll take a win anyway. So 7-3, and we'll see everybody on the air tomorrow morning. K1BOB, NX6RG.
NX6RG, K1BOB, very good. Well, it doesn't matter. You don't have to admit you had a brain fart. I'm giving partial credit, by the way, for the answer to 3. It was basically 2 that came to most of your minds there, and that was the Hawker Hunter and the British Jaguar. However, a British Jaguar did go over the bridge, and it was an advertising stunt. They suspended a new red British Jaguar XKE, I believe it was, from a helicopter, and the helicopter flew around London and over the top of the bridge with that Jaguar sports car suspended on a platform as an advertising stunt. This is K1BOB. Let's see, we're up to our vice commander, W5OG. You're up, Dale.
Yeah, they should have gone under that lower span. That would have been a trick there, Bob. 7-3, everybody enjoyed it there, Bob. Thank you. And we'll see you on Echo Link for a while. W5OG. Everybody have a good day.
Yeah, that lower span is actually a drawbridge. It draws up each side, and big boats and passengers there. I saw a ocean liner going through there. One for the picture. Very good, Dale. Thank you. Perfect answer. Okay, KA4YES. Tom, you put too much thought into that, I think. Anyway, Tom, you're up, sir. Good morning. Okay, Tom, very good. You're sounding good. F7 is the highest, and on there, copy you're receiving me well. Let's go out to Bob in West Florida, K2SJT. Good answer, Bob. You're up.
K1BOB, this is K2SJP. Okay, Bob. And by the way, on June 27th or June 28th, we will be visiting the London Bridge. We'll be in London on June 27th for a couple of days, taking the train down to Southampton and getting on a 12-day cruise up the Nordic coast, all the way on up to all the Scandinavian countries. So we'll be enjoying that cruise then. So we will be visiting the London Bridge. And thank you for running the net, Bob. The noise level is still tremendous. Let's see, we have about 20-25 minutes before we have to get out of here for our doctor's appointment to sign this form for the basic med license. So we might just have enough time for one fast go around on Echolink. So thank you for running the net, Bob, and back to you. K1BOB, K2SJP. K2SJP, K1BOB. Very good on a trip, hitting London and going up on a cruise, I guess, up to the Scandinavian countries, and probably get to go to those fjords that the Germans used to use to fight their destroyers there, where the British bombed one. Very good. I'd love to do that. Thank you, Bob. Let's go to W2WLD. You nailed the answer there, Bill.
Okay, thank you, Bob. You don't know what model Jaguar was suspended from a helicopter and flown around London. The only Jag I've ever driven was an XK150 drophead coupe. I was commissioned to drive one around a field as a demonstration or a display, a polo field. And what a gorgeous car. And the thought of having that car hanging from some kind of cable off the bottom of a helicopter makes me shudder a bit. Great question, Bob. Enjoyed the net. Thank you. 73 all. K1BOB, W2WLD.
W2WLD, your signal's holding up great. Bill. I got a chance to, a friend of mine, who used to be my boss before I came in the Air Force, a security department manager. He was kind of a loser, had a rich life, and he got fired, and I took over his job. But he went out and bought a Jaguar XKE, silver, and convertible, and whole 9 yards, all the instrumentation, and that big V12. It was a V12. No, it was a V12. I think it was. Yeah. It cost $200 to tune it up twice a year. That was a lot of money back in the early 70s. And came up at a stoplight, and sure enough, first time we came up at a stoplight, a guy wanted to drag him, so he did. He lost the car by the time he came out of second gear. Very, very fast. Very impressive. Very expensive, and very expensive to keep up with that. Especially the XKEs, but I love them. They are phallic looking. Okay, let's go to Charlie. YouTube streamer. Nice job, Charlie. Thanks for putting up with the last minute changes I made. K4, YDD. You're up, Charlie.
K1BOB, K4YDB. Well, good net today. Conditions have taken a little change here. Bob, you were between a 7 and a 9 earlier, and now you're down between a 5 and a 6. But anyway, I've never lost you entirely. Through the entire net, I'm going to go out here and mow grass. I so much look forward to mowing grass every week. But if you believe that, I've got a bridge I can sell you. Anyway, KYDB, back to net.
Okay, that's just what the British did to us at Lake Havasu. They're not sure what it really is. Maybe it's some remains of the old bridge. I don't know. Down under it looks pretty new to me. Thanks again, Charlie. Okay, let's go out to Joe. You're going to pass your score, Joe, this morning. K4, W5 ABI. You're up, Joe.
Yeah, K1BOB, W5 ABI. Good net, Bob. I copied just about everybody locally here, so conditions are really good. And thanks for running the net. 73's all the flyers. K1BOB, W5 ABI.
Very good, Joe. And you're a 16 over.
back side of the beam. Main Port, Florida Base, Plain, Texas. Okay, and it's great audio. Let's say bye to Christopher now in Bowling Green, and let's try Brandon on Texas KI5SXD. Are you there, Brandon? You're up for the 73 round. Okay, nothing heard. I think John relayed in K6PX. He may not be there, but Steve, give it a try again if you're there. 73 rounds, Steve. Okay, nothing heard. We didn't hear from Kevin. We'll give it another try. KD9 is EWR. Kev, are you there? Okay, moving on to Stephen, Edgewater, Florida. KQ4HJN, 73 round, Steve. Okay, 0 for 2. Mike's there, though, in Nebraska, I'll bet. KF0OPE. Mike, 73 rounds. Good answer.
All right, well, thanks, Bob. Good net. Conditions were pretty good toward the end. I can hear everybody locally. So, everybody have a great day, and 7-3. Back to K1BOB in the net, KF0OPE.
Okay, Mike, thanks as always. And yeah, it's funny how the conditions are different just across the country. Maybe the bad stuff is moving further east. Let's try Dave. I'm sorry, James, KG5PTE. James in Belton, Texas. Go ahead, James, 73 rounds. KG5PTE, 73 rounds. Okay, nothing heard. Somebody's coming in pretty close to us, a little higher. And wiping me out. Let's try Dave in Weston, Montana. 0 USC. Dave, you there? Okay, I think that's it. Mike gave us 73 and left, and this is K1BOB. Have I missed anybody on the list today? Got a few minutes here. Okay, is there anyone like to check in with us and say hi on the Air Force Flyers Club net? I'll make a couple of tries here. This is K1BOB, Kilo 1, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo for the Air Force Flyers. Looking for anyone that would like to check in here at the conclusion of the net. Please come now. One more time, K1BOB. Any check-ins for the Air Force Flyers? Guess not. It's K1BOB and closing down in the net and relinquishing the frequency, and I'll be over on AFF3 on Echo Link. Thanks to everybody for joining us. Had a good time. This is K1BOB relinquishing the frequency. 73 off.